What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm back today. So I decided to come back at the time of the New York session open, and it doesn't look that good, especially the SP 500. You can check, let's check within our 15-minute time frame. You can see we are seems to be dropping down kind of within the SP 500 on the open over here. Then we are having a bit of some downtown, which I'm expecting to see. Well, this will bottom out over here. And then also we are having an inversion in the stochastic lattice trend index. So welcome back. The market is opened. It's bloody red today in the markets. Bloody red, huh? A nice bloody red today in the markets. I think the market has just been opened within 30 minutes as per now when I'm launching this video. And you're 14 to 15 minutes away from the open and you're just negative 0.3%. And Nasdaq and the Dow Jones negative 0.7% to negative 0.14% respectively. Tesla is down negative 0.55%. Netflix down to negative 2.65%. Apple pumping back up 0.008%. Oil is having a decline just a bit on 0.006%, just pumped just a bit, not that much. How's gold doing? 0.24%. Wow. Wow, hedge against inflation. Gold is the best hedge against inflation. That's what they normally say. They say that Bitcoin is the best hedge against inflation. Now you have seen that the market has just opened up and Bitcoin is dropping like a rock. Okay, from that $21,300. If you were keen during the session, I said exactly that exact point of Bitcoin within the above zone seemed to be a liquidation zone of BTC. If you are keen in the market, I said very well, look, check out my previous video. I said from that point, from that pumping point to $21,000 seemed to be an exit liquidity point. So that means you had to be careful with the information that I'm not 100% accurate, but according to myself, it seemed kind of an exit liquidity because we stayed there for a long time before moving at all. So that seemed to be an exit liquidity within the market by that time, just an exit liquidity. So let's check out Bitcoin within the 15-minute time frame. What is it doing? What is BTC doing within the 15-minute time frame? We deleted all indicators. What is it doing during the 15-minute time frame? Look at that sharp red decline in the markets. As you can see, that sharp red decline in the markets. There it is. It's broken the bullish trend line that we've been talking of. Okay, start, never had any bounce, had a bounce here, then dropped. Now it's dropping extremely fast from the price of 21,226, and now you're talking of 20,750. It's dropped quite fast. Are we back to the $90,000 level where we will form that completion of a W or an M formation? Do we have a W formation over here or do you have an M formation over here? This is the 15-minute chart time frame. Looks bearish. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame. Same thing. Looks bearish. You broke the bullish trend line within the 1 hour time frame. It looks bearish. Okay. Let's look at it within the 4 hour time frame. Within the 4 hour time frame, also look bearish. Look at that red candle that is engulfed off there. This means this is a bearish movement of Bitcoin today within the 1 hour time frame, 15-minute time frame, 4 hour time frame. Seems bearish. What does that tell you as an indication within the market? We are now looking at targets to fill if it's that bearish within. Look at that price. So I'm looking at a target of 20,200 to a target of 20,332 is a target that I'm looking at with the BTC on that drop. Because from here, if the stocks won't fall that much, then we might drop to 20,300, form a consolidation, then maybe break back down or maybe break back up. But I need to see where exactly will the consolidation be at. But for myself to be accurate within the spikes, I'm going to put it at 20,100 to what, $20,200 is a target I'm looking at if you're going to drop. That's just a decrease of around 3 to 4% of Bitcoin. Simple as that. Remember, I'm sure a majority of you really don't know, we have European CPI data coming out. We have Italy CPI data coming out. We have Germany CPI data coming out. We have the Spain CPI data coming out. Those are consumer price index data. And then you'll have the final consumer confidence index data coming out on Friday. So the Italy CPI data is coming out on Friday. Or Thursday, if I'm not wrong, but I think on Friday we have the Spanish and you have the Italy, Spanish, and the other one I've said is which one? And the other that I've mentioned that I've just forgotten. Wow, the other that I've mentioned that. So you have the Spanish and the Germany. Yes, apologies for that. The Germany and the Spanish data is coming out tomorrow, and then you have the Italy CPA data coming out on Friday. So apologies for that. I kind of forgot over there. Thinking of what next to say. So the Germany and the Spain CPA data is coming out tomorrow. So a bit of some FUD, yes, in the markets, people are in fear. What will the data be? We're having the normal routine. We're having this expectation within the market. I'm expecting us to drop this kind of level within the market, because blah, 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 and all that kind of thing. So we are going to look at SP 500 within a 1-day time frame, but I'm going to check at it within, let's say, the 4-hour time frame. So a target to look at within the 4-hour time frame, I'm looking at if you can be able to complete this W formation over here. Look at the bounce, pump, bounce. Okay. It doesn't have to mean that if you're having a relief rally will push back up, you're pumping every day, every day, every day. It doesn't occur like that. It seems we might move stagnant on these prices. So with Bitcoins, with Bitcoin, it's more volatile compared to the stocks, including the SP 500, the Nasdaq, and the Dow Jones. Now, you need to understand the market structure on what is happening in the market. By market structure, I'm meaning the idea of wealth manipulation. First of all, you need to check out. You need to check out why were they stagnating over here after a long period of time. Why were they stagnating at that point? Okay, that's the main question you should ask yourself. Why were they stagnating at that point from Saturday? We pumped on Sunday, then we had a bit of some drop, and then we pumped back again. Why? What was the catch? Okay, what was the catch over there? So the catch within the market at that point was simply it was to grab some liquidity over here, and by that liquidity, I'm talking of this zone over here. I'm talking of the $21,387 zone. It was to grab some short liquidity over here. Then we have that finish of a dump. By that finish of a dump, we are talking of the completion of a W formation. Okay? Pump, down, pump, down. That will be the completion of an M formation within our demand zone. And where is the demand zone? I'm talking of this demand zone over here. This is the demand zone that I'm talking of within the market. We have this demand zone that needs to be filled up. If we're able to break out from this demand zone, it will seem bullish or within Bitcoin on all time frames. But right now it's broken the bullish trend line, seems quite bearish. If you're able to break 20,100 to $20,000, it will seem quite bearish within the market. If you're able to pump above $21,387, will seem bullish within the market. But these are zones that we are feeling. Now, since Bitcoin is already falling, it's broken the bearish trend line, I am so bearish on the market within this week. And I'll be so keen looking at the data that is coming out tomorrow. That is the Spanish CPI data and the German CPI data coming out tomorrow. I'm going to communicate the exact time that it will come out. And I'll also communicate on how the data simply is being expected and what we might have, which is bearish or bullish. Currently, within the markets, you're experiencing a stagflation. currently within the market, we are experiencing stagflation. So if you're experiencing stagflation within the market, what does that tell you? Does that tell you that we'll continue dropping down or will pump back up? We might have to deal with the stagflation within the markets, of not talking of bonds and all those kind of things. We'll just might just be stagnating within Bitcoin, Ethereum, and also the stocks. Then if inflation is able to be tamed with the monetary tools and the fiscal tools, then we can now start pumping up slowly by slowly. But if they're not able to control and you haven't seen the peak of inflation, then expect a bit of some drop in the market. I don't know. We might even arrive at $8,000. Who knows? $6,000. Who knows? Or we might even pump $40,000 within 2 months. Who knows what inflation will do? Because everyone in the TV, when you open your TV, you're just hearing recession, 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 recession. Everyone is singing recession, because we normally have this thrill that if everyone is singing the idea of a recession, then that won't happen. If everyone is singing the idea of a bull market, then the best case scenario, that might not happen. Now, let's look at the drop. Where might we expect the drop? First of all, I'm looking at the drop from the level of 20,130. We pumped back up. Fine. This was a double top for me. Okay. I am out of the market. This is a double top for me. Then you short the market, 20,130. This is the bottom for me. Then again, I longed the market. You can see how the whales are manipulating you. You are pumping up. You're closing your long. No, you're closing your shorts. You go down. You're closing your long. You go up. You're closing your shorts, and then you touch down. Then you start closing again your longs. Now you open your short. You're being played. They're just grabbing your liquidity day by day, slowly by slowly, ladies and gentlemen. So what happens over here? I'm looking at the level back down to 20,130 first of all. That's the target I'm looking at. Will it drastically drop immediately from 2026 today to 20,130? If I already opened a short position from $21,200 level, I'm going to take my profits at 21,130 or 22,200 or $300 with a long position. That means I've placed high leverage within the market. That is profits that I'm going to book as of today. Just at 20,200 or 20,100. I don't care how much further will it go. I'm fine with the 20,200, 20,100. Then what happens? We're having that complete of an information if we're able to touch the level of 20,200. Now, if we're able to pump back up, what happens? Look, we came back down, pumped back up, came back down, and then we might pump again. Now that will be a full completion of the W formation and also a full widget confirmation of the M formation. Let's look from that bottom, what was happening within our head and shoulders pattern. We are going to talk about the wave formation within its 5 waves. Where are those 5 waves going to complete? So first of all, we're going to have this drop, pumped up, came back down, pumped up. Then we might retest the 4 and then probably head back to the 5. We need to see where the 4 and the 5 will be heading to. We need to see the completion of the 4. Where will the 4 head over to? If the 4 and the 5 are able to complete, we'll now have to look at the A, B, C formation on 3 segments. If we're able to have a drop where we're able to see 0, A, B, and C. So we are having the B being higher than if you have the B being higher than the 5, then we'll be talking of a nice impulsive movement of the market. If I'm going to have the 5 bypassing the B, then I'll be talking of a bull trap. I rather come off the market. I'm sensing this might be a bull trap within the markets. So we have finished segment 0. We went to 1, completed 2, finished structure 3. We need to see where this structure 4 is going to bounce from. You can see we've just been bouncing from this trend line on the demand zone. Okay, this is the zone that I'm bouncing off from. So if I'm able to go to 0 to 1, then the whales are making me close my long position. I go short, then I go long, I go short. They are calculating me, trying to convince me, hey, come on, we are going to pump. No, 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 no. We are going to dump. What are they trying to create in your mind? They're trying to create uncertainty in your mind. So if they're creating uncertainty in your mind, what's the next idea for you to do? Are you ready to open a short position right now to the level of 20,130? No, because you're in fear. Then if you arrive at 2130, are you able to go to a long position? No, because you're in fear. Then the 5 segment completion might now surpass from 2130. Then we pump up from 21,500, then head back now to the highest level. And the highest level now will be testing above the double top, which now will become like a bull market just on shorter time frames. And this is where everyone will be singing 17K was the bottom. We are now on a bull market going to 50K or 100K. Majority of people are waiting for this bull trap to end. People are taking this as a bull trap. Everyone is saying this is a bull trap. What if you are all wrong? What if you're all right? Nothing is guaranteed. But I need to see where the 4 and the 5 segment is closing at. Because if I'm looking also at the index, at the dollar index, I've seen a drop today of negative 0.17%. The dollar is crashing. Why? Then on relation to that, I'm seeing gold pumping 0.14%. Okay. Now, gold is pumping, but let me look at bonds. If I look at the dollar yen, euro yen, I'm seeing pumps. Look, euro dollar 0.23%, British dollar 0.06%. Then I'm seeing a drop on the dollar yen, negative 0.00%. So something is bringing the market. There's something that seems to be happening in the market. Is it the idea of inflation? Is it the idea of a crash of the dollar? What's making the market panic? But if you're going to the yield bonds, we've also seen a pump today, 0.3% on the 2-year yield bond. 0.3%. Let's look at the 5-year yield bond, ladies and gentlemen. Let's look at the 5. Are we seeing all pumps of bonds? 0.28%. Are we done yet? No. Are the tools working? They might not be, but it takes an average of at least 2 to 3 months to be able to know what exactly might transpire. So I'm seeing a pump over here on all the yield bonds at 0.77%. That's what I'm seeing currently, 0.77%. So have we picked up? First of all, I need to look at the dollar. Look, I'm seeing an inversion pattern trying to happen over here. That's quite scary within the dollar, within the yields. Okay, that's the 10-year yield. Mostly I look at the 2-year yield. I'm seeing an inversion pattern trying to occur over here. Did it finish pumping back up? No. So what happens over here? So I'm going to draw a new trend line where I'm talking of another bull trend line. Okay, where will it complete? Are we going up to the double top over here? Are you going to have another top over here at the price of 79.32? Will you have a top again? Because you've seen down, retest, down, then again up. Inflation might not have been tamed yet, but it is too early to say because we need at least 2 to 3 months or 4 months to be able to estimate what exactly is happening within the markets. So the question is, I'm sure everyone is asking me, is it the right time to invest? The only answer that I will give you, we have a lot of uncertainty within the market. I'm the worst financial advisor you'll ever meet, but I'm telling you the truth. There's a lot of uncertainty. I would recommend anyone to invest currently, but you can DCA, meaning you can dollar cost average within the markets. Now, if I'm able to check on the other side, if I'm able to check Bitcoin within the 1-hour time frame, we're also having the same idea of pattern. So we haven't been moving at all. That's quite scary. Let's see where the liquidity will be grabbed at. As you can see, we're at 20,700. We are now 20,600. How long will it take for it to arrive at $20,130 today? How long? Bulls were there on the Bitcoin dominance. Altcoins, they were there all over. Now, look at what is happening to the Bitcoin dominance. It's also dropping, 43.27. That means majority are still going on They are still going on altcoins. You can see the Bitcoin dominance is dropping quite fast. Most people are still investing on altcoins. Let's look at Bitcoin dominance within a 1 hour time frame. It's dropping quite fast. So which target am I looking at with the Bitcoin dominance? I'm looking at the lowest of the 42.24%. If you're able to break 42.24%, then I'm expecting maybe another dump within the market. Maybe another dump within the market. Because look even at the stochastic relative strength index, you're seeing a low over here. You're also seeing a low within the relative strength index. So there seems to be a lot of fear within the markets currently. And my thought is that we might stagnate here for a while. By stagnating here for a while, this is what exactly I mean. Let me open the chart on the 1 month time frame. Look at exactly what happened over here. How long did we take after the massive drop? Did we take and we moved sideways? Exactly from this point. How long did it take? How long did it take? It took around 153 days. That's around 5 months to be able to have the next movement in the market. Then after that, you have that massive drop in the markets. 5 months. So the question is, will we be hovering around these ranges within 5 months? Then you have another drop, one last drop, and then we pump back up. Will we be hovering around these ranges of the prices? Yes, we might. And that's why I'm saying, because of these ranges, we might see just a stagnating movement for a while, and then we have one major drop, and then we pump back up. But history doesn't have to repeat itself. History doesn't have to repeat itself. That's exactly what you need to understand. History won't repeat itself, but we are having a lot of bearish movement over here. So I'm bearish within Bitcoin, and if I can start doing its analysis over here, then with that breakdown in the market over here, with that breakdown structure within the market over here, let's see where that 5 completion rate will be at. As I've said, let's see where that 4 completion rate will be at. $20,138 is a target to look at, to $20,100. From there, after the $20,100 to the $20,200 or $20,000, then I'll be talking of another bull appearance within the market. You can see the structure has just changed from negative 0.0. The CPI data, the SPX fell up to 30, what? 38.90, pump back up a bit to 39.08. What did that do to Bitcoin? It made Bitcoin just pump a bit to 20,700, but having that continuous downfall. Let's wait and see where that completion will be at, ladies and gentlemen. At the level of $10,100 to the level of $10,000. I've already shown the chart pattern where I need to complete that 4-wave formation. After the 4th wave formation, I'm looking where the 5th wave formation completes. From there, I'll have to look at the ABC wave formation. From there is when I can be able to determine if we'll have a rally, or we'll have a relief, or we won't have a relief. That 4th wave formation, I'm looking at a target lowest at $20,000 to $20,200. That's my lowest. Simple as that. Now, also another question I need to talk about is why are DeFi platforms pumping? We just saw a coin just did 32x within 1 hour, and there's a lot of excitement in the market. Why did a coin just do 32x within an hour? So it just multiplied 32 times. How? Where? When? Who? Now, the DeFi platforms, I'm going to explain this. The DeFi platforms are pumping because of liquidity. There's a lot of trading volume happening within those liquidity. Okay, there's a lot of volume happening within them. We have SNX synthetics. We have synthetics, first of all. Okay, we have synthetics. I'm going to talk about synthetics. Okay, so we have synthetics. And now synthetics just had that huge pump over here, had that huge rally over here. Now it went above the zone that I was talking about. It went above 2.95, hovered around. It was defeated on the resistance zone, came back down to 2.65. So I'm looking at a level of 2.37. Then it would pump back up, come back down, and then pump back up. But this pattern doesn't seem to be a structure that I would like to show. This doesn't seem like a nice corrective pattern. But I'm good at shorting it on the longer time frame. Okay, I'm good at shorting it on the longer time frame. I'm not stressed about it. But this pattern seems that this structure doesn't seem that uniform. But I'll go with the short within the SNX. That's the longer time frame. But remember, you might find liquidation levels where if your liquidation point is at 5.2 from 2.6, then you'll be liquidated at a price of 5.2. What if you can have one spike moving up? That means you need to have tight stop loss. But why are you shorting altcoins? Why are you shorting DeFi altcoins? You shouldn't short DeFi altcoins. You should short other altcoins. So trading volume spiked up within synthetics. Trading volume spiked up within Woo network. Again, trading volume spiked up within IDEX. So I'm not expecting you to be shorting anything called DEXs. Those are decentralized exchanges platform. Do not try also to trade by shorting synthetic assets within the cryptos ecosystem. You might or you will get wrecked. You can see we have seen further fall on the SP500 at negative 0.24%. We are still falling further down. What's happening within Bitcoin? Where's the price? 20,658. It's hovering around that price. So don't short these assets. Don't short these digital assets. Better you buy them long. I don't know how to talk about them that much, but please, please, please don't short synthetic assets, not synthetics network, but synthetic assets in the crypto platform. Don't short these decentralized exchanges. They might wreck you because the large volume that is being traded on those decentralized exchanges are high, and you might see a high impulsive move like synthetics, IDEX, and the rest. Okay, you can see you're having that further downtown. Downtown is coming, negative 0.3%. Okay, nice. Shorts building up. What's happening with Bitcoin? 20,611. Touch that $20,500 level. And I'm waiting for to touch down the 20,100 today or tomorrow or even the $20,000 level. Cost a bit of some fear. Finish that completion within the four wave segment formation. Pump back up to the 5 segment formation. Where will the 5 segment formation pump back up to? Is it going to pass the resistance line, or is it still going to hover around the demand zone on the 5 segment formation of the completion of the 4 segment wave formation? Okay, so don't short these trading volume assets in the crypto ecosystem. Those are DeFi, decentralized finance. So in synthetics, I'm looking at a short of up to 2.16 to fill it up. But first of all, if I shorted synthetics, I'm looking to take profits at 2.517. That is on the shorter time frame today. That's a 5% decrease. So if I'm keeping a 10x leverage formation, I'm talking over 50%. Okay, not financial advice, but if it's able to drop to 2.5, that's just a 5% decrease. Then I'll be looking on a 10x leverage, I'll be looking on a 50% formation. 50%. Now, to leave onto that, let's head over to look at liquidity. What's happening within the liquidity? Now, we need always to pay ourselves by looking or grabbing the liquidity. First of all, we are seeing liquidity at 20. Now the price is at 20,650, hovering around that price. Look at where much of the liquidity is at 20,600. But the funny thing, before I began the session, there was much selling limit liquidity at $21,000 over here. Where did it go to? Look at our EMA, the 200 EMA, the 5 EMA, the 13 EMA. Look at this massive drop. Green, red candles, red vector candles, large red vector candles, not any green vector candle. But there were limit orders over here. What did they do? Oh, I've remembered. So it means that the whales decided to ensure the price doesn't surpass the $21,000 level by them keeping their limit sell orders over there. So what did they decide to do? Now that the price has now played out with what they were expecting, with also some retail investors like us, they decided to close that $21,000 formation from that level. And then now the price is coming back down. They are now smiling all over. They've now liquidated some levels over here where people are expecting a bit of some pump above $21,000 level. So that's why Bitcoin could not be able to have the $21,000 top staying for a longer time. We are not seeing any large buy, we're not seeing any large buy orders. We're not seeing any large sell orders. You're not seeing any huge limits within the market. What's happening? But on the longer time frame, we are still seeing liquidity at $17,000 worth of Bitcoin to be bought. You're seeing liquidity at $80,000, but you're seeing large liquidity that wants to be purchased at $20,700 level. Why? What's the catch at this price? Why is there so much liquidity buy orders at $20,700? Then you have another liquidity over here at $22,000. Then you have another liquidity at $24,000. That means these are investors that have decided to go long from maybe $20,000 to $24,000. That suggests a 20% decrease level. Maybe they have a leverage of 2x or 3x. That will be a 60% to a 40% increase on their investment if they're able to go long from this zone. So the market makers are trying to make you feel that you should try to go long from here because you're trying to touch the bottom of the $60,000 level. But they are playing you within the demand zone where we are moving up and down for you to believe we are heading further down rather than you'll wake up in the morning, see a break side above $20,000 level, and then have that FOMO feeling. They come back down, they test that resistance, then pump back up. Now the resistance will now be the support, and then there'll be a new resistance that will be drawn within the market structure. So understand the gaming structure in the market. That's how you need to understand. Simply understand the gaming structure and how it works within the whales. Those are the kind of games that normally happen within the market. So please, if you're going short or you're going long today in the market, be careful. Be careful. But let's look at SP500. I'm going to look at the last one before I leave. I'm trying to. Okay. If it's able to pump above this structure over here on the bullish trend line, this within the 15-minute time frame, I'll say it seems quite bullish. But over here, we are seeing a diversion within the relative strength index heading back down. It was overbought within the 15-minute time frame, pumped back up. It might head back down, retest this bullish trend line, then continue moving back up. But that doesn't have to seem that doesn't have to be seen as a bullish bearish indication. These are just technical analysis. So what I simply mean is that if you're able to move above this bullish trend line, I'll expect a double bottom over here on the 15-minute time frame, then we pump back up. But it will be a nice entry for myself probably to view a retest on this zone back again. Can I be able to retest at 30k, at 30 on the relative strength index for myself to get in on a long position? So currently myself going on a long position seems quite risky. Let me head over to the 30-minute time frame. 30-minute time frame, you're having a diversion moving back down. That's what I'm saying. It seems bearish today. Need to touch that bottom or head over to that wick, complete that complete that weak formation. Stochastic RSI just started beginning to collapse within the 30-minute time frame. So it seems bearish today within the markets. 1 hour time frame. Bullish. 71, too high, too high, too high, too high. Come back down. Come back down. A diversion is happening. You can see. Look at the structure. It's happening. It's coming back down. Now let me look at the 4 hour time frame, at the last one. 4 hour time frame, pumping back up, but all under small indication showing that there seems to be a bearish momentum in the markets. I am not going long over here. I'll rather wait for that retest, then start doing some dollar cost averaging for just small relief pumps. You've seen some altcoins pumping 30%, 50%, 60%. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for short-term, for long-term gains. I'm looking for short-term gains. The question is not how will I be able to make this cash, but if I have the knowledge, I need to ask myself, when will I be able to make this cash? When will we have a retest of BTC touching the 20,100? Is it today? When will I be able to simply buy some bit of some coins over there, then get a bit of some relief pump of 15 to 20%? When, not how. The question is always when. When will I get 100x? When will the bear market come? Not how. So with how, you need to be patient. Let the trade come onto you. Don't go to the trade. Has the book map changed? Has the structure of the book map changed? So large selling limit orders are beginning to pile up at $21,000 level. Seems so at 395 to 503. Then you're not seeing any large buy orders, but you're seeing large buy orders at $20,200 level, worth 154. One is it 1,543. Now you can see what I'm talking of. There are large buy orders at the level of 20,200 to 100 on the level that I'm talking of, where we might drop to. Where we might, not today, it doesn't have to be today, it doesn't have to be tomorrow. But if the CPI within the European market is high, then I'm expecting a downfall. And by that downfall, my target is just 20,100, $20,000 or 2,200. I booked my profits. Those are the entry levels that you need to look at. If it falls to $2,100 and the market is able to absorb the idea of the data's coming out, then I'll be able to buy some, just buy some dollar cost average on some altcoins that I've seen dropping back down. Then I can get maybe a retest of maybe 15, 20% from a leverage of 2x to 3x. I'll get a 30 to 100% profits on whatever I've booked on within the markets. That's just it. You can see there's a bit of some structure happening here within 2,700. We're moving up, down, up, down. Liquidity or sell orders at $20,800. There isn't large buy orders liquidity, buying liquidity compared to the selling liquidity. So there's some game being played over here. But I'm looking at the last retest to $10,200. I'll be patient on when that happens, not how, but when. So be careful today, ladies and gentlemen, whether you're going long, whether you're going short, be careful. Remember, we've just opened up how long? How long has it been? It's just been 1 hour ago. Let's wait to see where the market will fall after probably 2 to 3 hours. That's when you can give the right direction. Even my own self, I don't know if you're going to pump today, you're going to dump. But today the stock seems bearish, seems we might dump. You may never know. After 2 hours, you might pump. Let's wait to see the completion of where the chart will be today, because today is the beginning of the week. Remember, I said much volatility to be expected on Tuesdays, Wednesday, and Thursday. Mondays are normally leading indicators for us to know where we might be heading next. The rest between Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday is where most trades will happen to, and more volumes will increase. So let's wait to the structure to complete. Going short over here is not a problem to see where your target is at, but you also might get liquidated, so be careful. You normally have a negative 0.13%. Then after 3 hours, you might see a negative 3% to negative 4%. Who knows? Let's wait to see where the structure goes to. Let's be patient. Let the trade come on to you. If you're going short, it seems that you're lucky. Wait to see where the market structure gets lower to. If the BTC falls further down or the stocks fall further down, you're lucky. Pay yourself. Then we'll see what happens tomorrow within the CPI data. If it's negative, we might have another downfall. maybe testing 19. You may never know if it's too bearish, might touch $19,000, and then people are able to absorb the market, and then you start pumping back up again. But relief pumps are normally there within the market. So let the structure plays out. Be careful, and what I'll tell you, peace. So bye bye till we meet next time, probably tomorrow. So take care, ladies and gentlemen.